Yesterday's question we can discuss first. We have to find the direct distance between Tal and Dholpura. Tal is this settlement and Dholpura is located here. So when we take the distance between two settlements, we have to keep the scale. As we are finding the direct distance, keep the scale like this. So we have to start counting from center of this settlement and up to center of the other settlement. So in this ruler we are getting the measurement as a 6 centimeter. As the scale of the map is 2 centimeter to 1 kilometer, the 6 centimeter of the map will be equal to 3 kilometer on the earth's surface. Next question, the distance between Mitan and Ravdar. Mitan is located here and this is the settlement Ravdar. Here also we can use the scale itself. So center of the settlement Mitan, from there we have to start up to the center of the settlement Ravdar. Here I am getting the measurement as 6.6. 6.6, that is the direct distance between these two settlements. That means 2 centimeter of the map is equal to 1 kilometer. So we have to divide 6.6 with 2. So we will get 3.3 as the answer. 3.3 kilometer. 3 kilometer 300 meter as the answer. Next is the indirect distance. We have to use the thread for finding the indirect distance between Maral and Mitan. Settlement Maral and here it is Mitan. So here there is one cart track connecting two settlements. We have to measure through the cart track to find the indirect distance. So here start from the center of the settlement, spread our thread over the cart track. When there is curve, make curves over our thread and use both the hands. To need much care and patience. And when you reach this settlement, center of the settlement, make a dot over the thread. So the distance between this settlement is, we have to measure it, but on our linear scale, in my textbook the linear scale, it is more than 2 centimeter, means it is 2.2 centimeter, so it is not accurate. But here the measurement is correct. Sheet, the scale is accurate, it is 2 centimeter to 1 kilometer, that scale is correct here. So I am using our ruler or the scale for measuring the distance, finding the actual distance on the ground. So I am getting the measurement as 4.4. So 4.4 means it is 2.2 kilometer on the earth surface. This is the way to find the indirect distance between two places. Now we have to find the distance between Ravdar and Karaundi. Ravdar is located here and Karaundi is located here. So let us find the distance between both the places. So keep the thread from the center of the settlement and spread the thread over the curves. Over the metalled rod we are taking the measurement. Here two metal rods are there to connect the both the settlements. Okay. So when you reach Karaundi, there you have to make a dot. Okay, he made the dot. Now using the scale we can find the distance. Here I am getting the measurement 9.7. So if you divide 9.7 with 2, we will get the answer as 4.85. That means 4 kilometer 850 meters distance between Ravdar and Karaundi through the metalled road. Now we have to learn the direction. In smaller classes we learned about the directions, cardinal directions and ordinal directions, or they are named as a major direction and intermediary direction. So direction, that is a relative position. It is based on some objects, otherwise the north-south line. So we know that earth is always turning towards the pole star, means Earth's axis it is always pointing towards the pole star. So that north pole, it shows a geographic north or true north. In a map, there will be grid north, means the top part, that will be the grid north. Here, it is a flat surface. So all the upward lines, they are showing the grid north. But in a globe, it will be a curved north position. So that is named as a true north or geographic north. Here it is a grid north. So now we have to find the direction of a place. Direction is a relative position. Here it is related to the north position. So now we can learn how to find the direction of a place. For that, two settlements we can select. Here Anthroli and Pattamel. So from Anthroli, what is the direction of Pattamel? To find its answer, you have to imagine you are in the settlement Anthroli and you have to find the direction of Pattamel. So here you draw one north-south line and an east-west line. So if the place is located in the north, here in this case this Rampura is in the north. Okay, and if the settlement is located in this direction, it will be in the east. If it is down, then it will be in the south. Here it is straight in left, then it will be west direction. But the Pattamel settlement, it is coming in between west and south. So we can say this Pattamel settlement is located south-west of Anthroli settlement. If you consider Sangla, that settlement is also located in the south-west direction of Anthroli. Okay, now let us consider these two settlements, Nani Pattamel and Rampura. So if you want to find the direction of Rampura from Nani Pattamel, imagine you are here and you want to find the direction of Rampura. So here you draw one north-south line, east-west line and check what is the direction. So here Rampura is located east of Nani Pattamel. Now we have to find the bearing of a place. Bearing means it is an angular measurement of a place in relation to north-south line. It is related with the object's position and observer's position. The two methods are there, forward bearing and backward bearing. For that, so if you want to find the location of Bandwada from Anthroli, here you have to draw one north-south line. Now we want to find the bearing of Bandwada from Anthroli. So this is the observer's position and this is object's position. So this is the line that is connecting observer and the object, and here is the north-south line. And now measure the angle between this north-south line and the line connecting observer and the object. So you will get the angle as 65 degrees. So that is the forward bearing. Now another example, observer's position is Anthroli and objective's position is Sangla. So from Anthroli we have to draw a line to connect Sangla, and in Anthroli north-south line. So now the measurement means angular distance will be more than 180. So after the north-south line, from object's position to observer's position, we are drawing a line, measure that angle. Then in this example it is a 50 degree. So 180 plus 50 degree, we will get a 230 degree. That is the bearing of the object and observer. The magnetic north of the earth is different from its true north. The angle between the true north-south line and the magnetic north-south line is known as magnetic declination. As we know, magnetic north is not fixed. It changes slowly from time to time. This results in variation of the magnetic declination. It is known as magnetic variation.